Hey everyone! Welcome to PopLinks. Imagine working for decades to build your name, your career, and your reputation, only to feel like it's all being ripped away, not by a stranger, not by a competitor, but by someone you once trusted. That's exactly the story Papoose is telling right now. According to people close to him, he feels betrayed, not just personally, but professionally, and he claims Claressa Shields, the champion boxer, who calls herself the GWAT, didn't only break his heart, she tried to erase his entire career. Papoose says it wasn't just emotional fallout from a breakup. He believes Claressa took deliberate steps to ruin him in the industry. Behind-the-scenes phone calls, quiet warnings to promoters, subtle but powerful pressure to keep him off certain lineups. He describes it as a carefully planned campaign to make him unbookable. Insiders whisper that he even has proof, emails, recordings, and texts where Claressa allegedly boasts about making sure his opportunities disappeared. Now here's where things get complicated. Some say it wasn't personal at all. They claim it was business. According to this version, Claressa wasn't just trying to hurt him, she was trying to replace him. For years, Papoose carved out a role as the bridge between hip-hop and sports, hosting events, showing up at charity matches, and becoming a trusted face on panels and stages. But once Claressa came into the picture, the invites that once went to him suddenly started going to her. At first, it seemed harmless. She's a world champion, marketable, and has a story people want to hear. But the timing raised eyebrows. One event organizer even claimed they had booked Papoose for a panel, only to be told a week later that the panel was restructured. Guess who ended up headlining? Claressa. And she wasn't talking about boxing alone, she was suddenly speaking about the crossover between boxing and music, the very lane Papoose had been walking in for years. That made people wonder, was this all coincidence, or was it calculated? Papoose himself seemed hesitant at first, but when he finally spoke out, his words landed like a punch to the gut. No memes, no subliminal posts, just a direct statement, "She tried to end me." At first, some brushed it off as exaggeration. Hip-hop is full of messy relationship drama, after all. But as he kept repeating the claim, the story shifted. This wasn't about cheating or heartbreak, it was about sabotage, and the alleged culprit was Claressa Shields, an undefeated champion inside the ring, and, if Papoose is right, undefeated at playing the industry game behind closed doors. Anonymous promoters have come forward saying Claressa made her position clear, without ever having to say his name outright. One even admitted, "She didn't say don't book Pap. But she made it clear, if she's on the card, he isn't." That kind of influence is powerful, and it explains why Papoose has started using heavy words like blackballing and career destruction. Of course, Claressa's camp isn't staying quiet. Her side calls it pure fantasy, a bitter man spinning stories to protect his pride. They argue that Papoose's career was already slowing down, and that she didn't steal anything. The industry, they say, just moved forward without him. Still, the optics don't look good. Especially when Claressa posts captions like, "Leveling up means leaving dead weight behind," right as rumors about her power moves are swirling. Whether she meant it generally or as a jab at him, the internet took it as shade, and the narrative exploded. Social media has been ruthless. One viral post read, "She beats her opponents in the ring, and now she's knocking out careers." Another TikTok broke down the supposed timeline like a true crime documentary, complete with screenshots and dramatic voiceovers. And then there's Remy, Papoose's wife. She hasn't said much publicly, but fans have noticed her liking certain shady tweets that seem to hint she's not exactly siding with Claressa. But the story doesn't end there. A new twist entered the mix when an ex-manager, who had worked with both Papoose and Claressa, began dropping hints. According to this insider, what happened wasn't spontaneous, it was planned. The claim: Claressa saw Papoose's connections as a shortcut into rooms she couldn't reach on her own. And once those doors were open, she allegedly didn't see a need to keep him around. One leaked message, though unverified, showed her supposedly saying, "Once I'm in the room, I don't need Pap there. This is about me now." If that's real, it's brutal. It also explains why some of Papoose's long-standing contacts suddenly went cold. A promoter even recalled booking him for a charity event, only to later hear he was double-booked and that Claressa would be attending instead. According to him, Papoose never even knew he had been replaced. If true, that's not just betrayal, it's erasure. Still, not everyone buys Papoose's side. Critics point out that his career momentum was already slowing down long before Claressa arrived. One blogger summed it up with, "This isn't sabotage, it's relevance decay." In other words, the world might have just moved on, and Papoose is blaming Claressa because it hurts less than admitting the spotlight has dimmed. Meanwhile, Claressa is leaning into her image as unbothered. Hours after the ex-manager's allegations started trending, she posted a video hitting a punching bag with the caption, "When people can't keep up, they cry sabotage." Her supporters praised her confidence. Her critics called it cold and dismissive. And the debate only grew louder. Behind the scenes, Papoose is said to be quietly building a folder of evidence, screenshots, call logs, testimonies, that he claims will prove his story. Whether that folder exists or not is the question. If it's real, it could damage Claressa's reputation in ways a championship belt can't fix. If it's smoke and mirrors, it could backfire badly on him, making him look bitter and insecure. For now, the feud sits in a strange space, part gossip, part industry drama, part cautionary tale about how love, power, and business can collide in destructive ways. One thing is certain, this isn't just about a breakup anymore. It's about two people fighting for control of the narrative, and the blows being thrown outside the ring might be even harsher than the ones inside it. Remy Ma has stayed mostly quiet during this whole drama, but fans are watching her closely. She hasn't spoken out directly, yet people noticed she liked a tweet that said, "Karma never misses." Nobody knows if that was about Claressa, Papoose, or something else entirely, but in the world of online gossip, even the smallest move gets magnified into a headline. While Papoose hints at taking legal action against Claressa for interfering with his career, rumors are swirling that Claressa has her own ammunition. Some whispers claim she's keeping a folder of receipts about Papoose, things like shady business deals, unpaid appearances, and private behavior that could flip the whole story in her favor. If she ever releases it, this won't just be a feud anymore, it'll be total destruction. Fans are treating this like a heavyweight match. Every cryptic lyric, every Instagram live, every subtweet gets analyzed as if it's part of a master plan. One TikTok even tracks rounds, keeping score of who's winning the feud in real time. Then came an audio clip, supposedly of Claressa, saying, "He thought I was just his girl. I was always the main event." The clip is grainy and unverified, but that hasn't stopped people from treating it like gospel. Now, there's a new twist, a third name in the mix. A former promoter, Derek "Heatwave" Thomas, is rumored to have his own folder of evidence against both Papoose and Claressa. Old contracts, missing money, broken promises, he claims he kept everything. If that's true, neither side is safe. What started as a breakup has now turned into a war of survival. In a world where attention is power, both Papoose and Claressa are fighting to keep their image intact. The only question is, who will outlast the other before the truth, or the next big leak, takes them both down? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Pop Links for more awesome content.